Alright everybody, so I've made a Carni threat list to herbivores. Now I'm making a herbivore threat list to carnivores, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys already know what these are going to be. But I usually main a herb, but I leveled up a Meg and some other Carnies to subadults, and this is my threat list when I was questing growing them. Again, this is a threat list. I know in my previous videos everyone was like, Sarko is top tier, you know, like why is he so low? But yeah, when you're fighting them, they do a lot of damage, but if you're questing and you can see them and you can hear them, they're easily avoidable. Don't stay near the water, right? So this is what that tier list is, you know, for all you guys questing out there. This is what I consider a threat to Carnies while leveling up. So, you know, KOS is a very big issue and people hate it. So hopefully this will help you avoid some of those KOS moments, right? So first we got Albert, challenging. I'm just gonna put him in S because if they have a speed build, they could chase you down. Again, this is from the perspective of a mid-tier dino. A Meg is what I was using leveling up. An Anno I consider mid-tier. Maybe a Metri, also mid-tier. Mid-tier is, I mean, by combat weight. And this is a mid-tier. And if they are a speed build, they'll chase you down. And their slam does a lot of damage. So watch out for these guys. If you see them, try to avoid them. They're probably going to KOS you. You know, that's what Alberts do. A Marg, I don't know why this is cropped all weird, but you could take them if you're the same size, maybe combat weight wise. But I'd say they're easily avoidable. They don't do a lot of damage. They won't try to fight you. So you see one, you could keep your distance and keep on questing, but you know, don't get near them, and they won't do anything to you. Annos, oh man, if one jumps you, it's gonna be a tough ride. But they're avoidable. They're not. Everyone's saying their stam is crazy, but they have to burn their stamina to chase you. While if you're a speed build, you could probably sprint a bit, walk, rest, sprint a bit, walk, rest, and they will be chasing you with their stamina burn, you know, and hopefully they'll get bored. Other than that, they like to hide in bushes and bone break you and jump you. But if you're questing, you can hear their pitter patter. It's pretty distinct, and you could avoid them. So I would put them here because most of the times they'll try to jump you, so it's going to be a challenging fight, but they're easily avoidable. Bars, I would say they're easily avoidable. They're pretty big. You can hear them. They burn stamina to chase you. They're one of the slower apex. I think the apex go duck as the fastest. Speed Rex after that. Speed duck is fastest. Speed Rex. Then after that would be Speed EO, Speed Bar, and then Speed Stego, I feel. But yeah, they're easily avoidable. If you're a mid-tier, you know, they're going to burn their stamina to try to chase you. Campo. I wouldn't say they're a booger flick because you can't just kill them easily. Well, depending on what dino you are, yeah. So probably a booger flick. But mid-tier, easily avoidable. I'm just going to put them under booger flick because they're not going to chase you. You're gonna, as a, let's say, a Rex, you're going to just bite them one hit and probably kill them. Also, Aloe could take them really easy. The duck. Ooh, I would put under challenging but avoidable. It's not like the Sarko, because the Sarko on land was a C because they're easily avoidable and they're not going to chase you on land. But a duck, he could close some distance, you know, speed duck, and they're going to chase you down. But again, as an apex, they burn stamina. And unless you're not managing your stamina correctly and you got too close, you're half stamina, and this guy is a speed build and full stamina, it's going to be a fight. But they're easily avoidable, you know, and especially in the water, you could see them. They can't go underwater long, so you could see them coming. So I would just, you know, be cautious when you're out there. Eo Trike. Ooh. Challenging but avoidable. Again, I've had plenty of situations where I saw Eo Trike run up to me. I just ran away, and then when I see them chasing me and then resting, then I rest. And I know that they don't have the stamina to do it again, and they're just gonna get bored, so they just move on or try to jump you. So yeah, they're easily avoidable, but if you are gonna fight one, you're probably gonna lose as a mid-tier. What the heck is up with these croppings? I think this is a iguanodon. Okay, so I cropped this wrong, but the iguanodon, you can see from the little finger thumb thing, they're easily avoidable. I never really see these out in the wild, so I can't really gauge on what they're like in combat, but they don't want to fight. So every time I see one, they're just running away, so they're easily avoidable in that sense. A Kentrosaurus, is that what they're called? Smaller stego. You could take them depending on who you are and what size they are, because I think they're fairly squishy, but they do a lot of damage, so they could even be in challenging tier, just because a good one that's a speed build could chase you and do the damage, but they're squishy, so depending on who you are, you could take them. I would say they're teetering between B and S tier, just because of that. They're not avoidable because they're pretty fast, and if they want to chase you down and kill you, they could. But again, this is a tough one. I'm just gonna put them under B because most of the times you'll be able to take them, unless they're bigger than you and you're like a juvie and they're an adult. So just be careful because they do a lot of damage. Lambs. I can tell this is a lamb from the head thing. Easily avoidable. They're not a challenge, so you can even take them. But depending on if they're an adult, and if you're a juvie and you're just questing, you know, I would just say avoid them. But if you're, let's say, a sub-adult, you could take them. They don't do much damage, and they're really good for their heals. That's about it. Packy. Ooh. You could take them for sure. Easily avoidable? No, they run fast. Challenging? Not really, because they're smaller. But yeah, if I saw one, depending again on your age, you could take them. Stego. A lot of damage, but one of the apex, also they're avoidable as a mid tier. So again, it's gonna be a tough fight, and they do a lot of damage, but I think they're on the weaker side compared to the trike. This dude is a booger flick. Stooth. Oh, and here's another menace to society. The Stye. They're challenging. They're pretty fast. They do bleed, and they're gonna be persistent to bleed you and chase you down. So your only best bet is to hopefully another Carni comes by and kills them and takes on their stamina, because this is my main, and the hardest part for me is when I'm chasing down and bleeding somebody down, another Carni comes and I'm like, oh man, I just burned half my stamina to kill this guy and get him down, and now I have to fight another Carni, you know. So but as a Carni leveling up, these two I would avoid. All the Horn family, this, and this, you know, everyone hates these three as a Carni because they're always KOSing, you know, and they have the offensive capabilities to do that. So I would just say avoid these three as possible. These other three here, they're easily avoidable, but they're pretty challenging if you want to fight them. These you could take them, easily avoidable. You could take these guys on too. You could probably take them depending on their size, but I put them under easily avoidable because they're usually bigger, and you know, you're not gonna waste your time fighting them unless you're in a pack, and these guys are little booger flicks. But yeah, so let me know, guys, as Carni players out there, are these the most annoying people because they KOS? I always hear that in chat. And yeah, what else do you guys think is a threat level to you when you're leveling? Let us know. Alright, thanks for watching.